Okay, guys, in this video, I'm going to talk about cumulative frequency curve. We're going to learn how to draw a cumulative frequency curve. We are going to also talk about how to find 5-point summary of data. We're going to draw also a box and a whisker plot from the cumulative frequency curve. And we are going to answer to questions like, we'll find the percentage of students who scored less than or within a certain amount of data. At the same time, you're going to also practice how to find the estimation mean, okay, or estimated mean. I hope this video is going to be enough for you to learn everything about cumulative frequency curve. Okay, let's go. So, a teacher records the test scores of 60 students. The group data is shown. So, you can see that 4 students, they got a grade between 4 to 10, 6 students, they got a grade between 10 to 20, up until 6 students, they got a grade between 60 to 70. Okay, complete a cumulative frequency curve, a table, draw a cumulative frequency curve on graph paper. Okay, so let's do part A and B. So I'm gonna complete the table first of all, cumulative frequency. So you know that for completing the cumulative frequency, all you need to do is to add up the values for frequency together. So for example, cumulative frequency curve for the first class is going to be 4. Since its cumulative frequency for the next row is going to be 4 plus 6, which is 10. Okay, for the next it's going to be 4 plus 6 plus 10, which is going to be 20. The next one is going to be 34, 46, 54, and 60. Of course, this last number is going to be the total number of data that you have. In this case, 60 students. Okay, so this is the cumulative frequency table. Great. Okay, now we're going to go and draw the cumulative frequency curve together. You're going to do it once with me, and hopefully it's going to be enough for you to learn cumulative frequency curve. Okay, so remember, for cumulative frequency curve, always the vertical axis is going to be cumulative frequency itself, the vertical axis. What about the horizontal axis? It's going to be your data. Okay, so my data is between 0 to 70. So let's suppose that this point is 0, and I'm going to see this point as 70. So I'm going to say maybe it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and 70. Okay. Needless to say that in your exam, definitely you're going to have a paper with precise grids. So it's not going to be a big deal in your exam. Don't worry about that. Okay. I'm doing it here manually. And what is the cumulative frequency? The maximum number is 60. Okay, so I have 60 data in total. So here in the middle is going to be 30, here is going to be 45, and here is going to be 15. Okay, now let's go and see how we can draw cumulative frequency curve together. So I need to find 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 points. I need to find 8 points, and then I'm going to go and make a curve with those points. Okay, what are those points? How can I find those points? Okay, so let's go step by step. Let's go for the first class from 0 to 10. You have 4 as the cumulative frequency, so you need to go and find this point 10 and 4. Why 10 and 4? You're going to go and choose the upper value. You're going to go and choose the upper value of each class with the value of the cumulative frequency. So in this case, 10 and 4. What about the next one? It's going to be 20 and 10, 30 and 20, 40 and 34, 50 and 46, okay, 60 and 54, and 70 and 60. Okay, let's go and find all of these points. I'm going to repeat one more time. The x value, it has to be the upper bound of each class: 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and 70. Okay, a very common mistake is that many students, they choose the midpoint, which is wrong. Okay, and the second value is going to be the cumulative frequency value, which is this column here. Okay, 10 and 4, 20 and 10, 30 and 20. Okay, so let's go and find these points together. 10 and 4, 10 and 4. Well, the aim of this question is not to be very precise, but let's suppose that 10 is here and maybe 4 is almost here. Okay, 1/3 of 15, a little less than 1/3 of 15. Okay, so this is point 10 and 4. 20, 20 and 10. 10 maybe it's going to be here. So 20 and 10. 30 and 20. 30 and 20. It might be, in my opinion, here. Okay, let me be a little more precise. Maybe it's 30 and 20. It might be here, for example. 40 and 34. 40 and 34. It might be here. 40, 50 and 46. 50, this is a 50, 50 and 46, which is going to be more or less here. 60 and 54, maybe here. And 70 and 60 here. Okay, now I just need to find another point as well. What is the first point? I need to find the first point. So the first point is going to be 0 and 0. 0 and 0. This 0 is the first data of you got this 0 from the lower bound. Okay, and this 0 is actually the x-intercept. Okay, so 0 and 0 here. Okay, now all I have to do is to connect these points to each other. Okay, it's not a must to make it like a curve. You can also graph a straight line, but it's better to keep it like a curve. Okay, so this is the cumulative frequency curve, and as you can see, it's always increasing. It's going up. Okay, so that's it. We have the cumulative frequency curve. Now, we did part A and B. What about part C? Use your graph to estimate 5-point summary of data. So what are the values of 5-point summary of data? Minimum, lower quartile, median, upper quartile, and maximum. Okay, so let's start with the easiest values. So what is your minimum? Minimum is 0. 0 is your minimum. What is your maximum? 70. 70 is your maximum value. Okay, 70 and 0. Okay, how can I find the median? Median is the data which is exactly in the middle. I have 60 data divided by 2, 30. So 30, this data here, well, 30, so it might be a little lower, maybe here, for example. So let me draw it one more time. 30, it might be here. Okay, now I'm going to go down. Okay, remember this value here gives you the value of the median, which is, maybe we can say 38. So 38 is your median. Okay, remember 30 is not your median. The value of 30 helps you to find the value of the median, which is 38. Okay, 38 is your median. Now, what about the lower quartile? Again, 13 divided by 2, 15. Y divided by 2, I have 60 data. 60 divided by 4, 15. So the data number 15, when I put the data in order, is going to give you the value of the lower quartile. So Q1, this value here, which is maybe 25, is your Q1. Okay. And what about the upper quartile? 45, maybe here. I'm going to go down. So maybe 40. Let's go maybe for 48. Okay. This is your upper quartile. Okay, so we have mean, Q1, Q2, Q3, and maximum. Remember, I'm going to repeat it one more time. 45 is not your mid Q3. It's not your Q3. It helps you, okay, to find the value of Q3. That's very important. Now, can I draw the box and whisker plot? Why not? This is the mean. This is the max. This is Q1. This is Q3. This is Q2. Okay. Okay. So these are my boxes, and that's it. This is the box plot of this data from the cumulative frequency curve. That's it. If I want to show the data one more time, so this is 25, this is 38, this is 48, this is 70, and this is 0. Okay, so this is the box plot, box and whisker plot of this data. Now, is there anything else we need to find? Okay, we did part A, we did part B, C, D, E, and now let's talk about F. So let me change the color. I'm going to choose this blue color. Okay. Now, find the percentage of students who scored less than 45. Now, we're going to do the inverse process. Okay. You're going to go and find 45. Is it 45? Yes, less than 45. Okay. So 45, the grade 45 is more or less here maybe. Okay. Let's go and find its value on the y-axis. Remember, now I'm doing the inverse process. Okay, so what is the y value of this point? The y value of this point is maybe 30, 39. I'm not sure, but 30, maybe, well, 38 maybe. Okay, so what does it mean? It means that 38 students, they got a grade less than 45. 38 students, okay? But question is asking us what is the percentage? So 38 students over 60 times 100 gives you the number in percentage, which you can find it on your own, okay? G, find the percentage of students who scored between 25 and 55. 25 and 55. It's literally the same thing. Again, I'm going to change the color. Where is 25? Well, 25 is here. And we know that 25 is literally the value of Q1. So 15 student here. And 55. So 55 is here. I'm going to go to the top. I'm going to find this value. I'm going to say maybe it's 52. So 52 minus 15, 52 students minus 15 students, 52 students minus 15 students divided by 60 times 100 gives you the percentage of students who scored between 25 and 55. One more time. I know that 52 students, they scored less than 55. 15 students, they scored less than 25. So if I subtract these two values, it gives me the number of students who scored between 25 and 55 divided by the total number of students times 100 gives you the percentage, which you can do it on your own. Okay, that's it. Now I'm going to go and find the last part of this question. Estimate the mean. Okay, this is something that some of you struggle. So also let's find the estimation or estimated mean. Okay, so for mean, it's a little different. Instead of considering the upper value here, I'm going to go and find the midpoint. 0 plus 10 divided by 2, 5. 10 plus 20 divided by 2, 15. The same, 25, 35, 45, 55, and 65. Okay, now all I have to do is to copy and paste this table to the calculator and find the mean. If you want to do it manually or using the formula, this is the formula. So estimated mean equals to 4, let's say 5 times 4. 4 students, they got a 5 plus 6 students, they got a 15 plus 10 students, they got a 25 up until 6 students, they got a 65. Obviously, the grades are out of 70 apparently. Divided by total number of students. How many students? We have in total 60 students. Okay, let me see if it's correct. Yes, yes. Okay, now, okay, you can do it using this formula, or you can use your calculator. I'm going to use the calculator to find the answer. So let's go and add lists and spreadsheet. Here I'm going to put the data, the midpoints, and here I'm going to put the frequency. Remember, I'm not putting the cumulative frequency here, the actual frequency. Okay, so the data are 50, 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, and 65. 65. Now, what are my data? The frequency 4, 6, 10, 14, 4, 6, 10, 14, 12, 8, 6. Okay, I have the data with frequency. So I'm gonna go and maybe I can open a new tab, add calculator, menu, statistics, stat calculation, one variable statistics. You're gonna put your data and you're gonna put the frequency column as well. Press enter. You have the Baba 37 as the mean. So your mean is 37. Your mean is 37. The average grade of this class for this summative is 37. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please also let me know if you like the effect of this video or not. I'm going to make sure that what I did here is clear visually for you. Thank you.